Okay, so let's talk about a tennis player that I'm working with right now who is still able to play tennis, has pretty decent exercise tolerance, but has delayed exercise intolerance. So she'll play her game, she'll play tennis. Pardon me for not knowing tennis language or match or set or whatever, but she'll play in a game and then later that night feel like dog fly. Well, it's probably because of her neck. So when we go through vestibular assessments, when we go through oculomotor assessments, when we go through exercise tolerance stuff, she performs really well, but then we get to her neck and doesn't look so great. So let's take a look. So this is a joint position error test from the neck care assessment device. And what you can see here is this green circle would technically be from 0 to 4 degrees of error. So the idea is, let's close your eyes, let's move your head into flexion, so bring your chin to your chest, and can you come back up to center within 0 to 4 degrees of where you started? And 0 to 4 degrees or 0 to 7 centimeters is considered normal. This individual with flexion was 8.3 degrees. So you can see on average after 3 trials, that's where she thought neutral was, when neutral is right there in the middle of the green circle. With extension, you can see she's closer to normal, so 5.7 degrees. We want to be less than 4, but that's where she thinks neutral is. With left rotation, that was actually the only one that she was close to 4 degrees. She got 1 in the target, but for the most part, she was actually overshooting to the left. And you can see with right rotation, she was actually so far off that she didn't even make it into the target. She was 14.9 degrees off. When we put this test into motion, it's called the butterfly test. And the idea is, can you follow a butterfly around with your nose? So that black line would be the butterfly. The red line would be her first attempt. The blue line would be her second attempt. This is an easy path, a medium path, and a difficult path. And what you can see if I scroll down here, when she's asked to match the amplitude of the dot, she does not do so great. So this green, yellow, and red is based on normative values of other girls her age, and she is in the red, which we don't want to be. And even more interesting for a tennis player, her directional accuracy was off. So particularly in the easy one, she wasn't able to be on target 60% of the time or more, and 60% is kind of the bottom of the barrel. She was on target 35.1% of the time. Over here, she was on target 22% of the time, 7% of the time. And we want to be, on a difficult one, we want to be closer to 30-40%. We want to be closer to 50-60%. On an easy target, we want to be closer to 80-85%. So I'm a tennis player and I need to, look and track a ball, but my head doesn't actually know where it's at in space. And that's the information that's going back to our eyes and our ears to orient ourselves. And so it's no wonder she feels fatigued. It's no wonder she feels dizzy and headachy after trying to play, because her neck is giving her really bad information about where she's at in space. And so as we improve this, not only is she going to feel better, but her performance is going to improve pretty dramatically, because her neck is now going to be able to tell her where she is in space.